Have you read anything about that?
He switched to the Saudi one.
No, he switched. President Donald Trump switched from his new Qatari gifted VIP jet to an older Air Force One during his return trip from NATO summit. The change was prompted by the Secret Service, and national security officials due to concerns over escalating tensions with Iran, which included Israeli intelligence warning of specific plot against the president. I don't know if it's true. The one story, and there's not a lot of information I can find on it, but the one story I heard is that Israeli intelligence found that they had deployed some sort of malware attack on the software inside the new jet. And so he switched last minute. And supposedly he knew for a long time, but he just didn't want to make the announcement. And I don't know if it's true or just, oh, wow. I don't know if it's true, if it's just a conspiracy. But they're claiming that they've subpoenaed a bunch of documents from the New York Times because the New York Times knew in advance that it was going to happen. And they were just going to make it look like a plane malfunction.
You think President Trump has been? Do you think there has been any other president with as many assassination attempts as there have been on President Trump?
I don't. You mean including the ones we don't know about? I don't know. That's a good question. Yeah, if I had to bet, I would say Trump is the most. Dude, I saw the craziest clip this morning. This is the problem.
Because I bet JFK was one and done. Like, they probably didn't try to do it any other times. They just fucking got it right the first time.
Hey, you know that in Trump's first term, the highest appointed person in the military of all time was highest appointed gay member of the military was appointed by Trump, and now he's got that gay dude Scott Bessent on his cabinet, and I've never heard him go after gay people. Have you? He's embraced the gays. Yeah.
Yeah. What does that even look like? Like, I don't know. What I want to know is, what does going after the gays even look like? Like, no one is going after the gays. Let me tell you, I don't know of anyone going after the gays.
Yeah. So this is the problem. Check this out.
Chill. You're gay. Like, that's chill. Like, no one cares. It's cool.
Yeah. Bro. So this is the problem. Listen to this guy. So there's this cruise ship, this gay cruise ship. Just it's 90% dudes, butt pirates, just going around, the Middle East, the Persian Gulf or wherever they are, butt fucking in this giant cruise. And they wanted to stop in Egypt and in Turkey, and both Egypt and Turkey said, "Nah, we can't have a boat full of gay dudes come on shore." Now listen to this dude.
Because all of their Muslim men will fucking jump on it.
Right. Listen to this guy's interpretation of what's going on. This is why we're in the situation we're in. Here we go.
As a gay man, it's really hard to hear. I know that this kind of prejudice is not new to these kind of countries. And obviously, I don't want to go anywhere that shares those kind of views. But you just can't help but feel that with this current administration, people around the world feel more emboldened to do these kinds of things. And it's just really awful. I would like to hope that the world is moving forward, but just kind of feels like we're moving backwards. But we will still be having a fabulous gay time wherever we are. Trust and believe.
So he wants to blame Trump. He wants to blame Trump for fact
Muslim
that
people hating gays.
And hey, just so you know, it has nothing to do with being gay. If your forward-facing presentation to the world is always about your sexuality, a lot of people are going to have a problem with you. Like, a lot.
It's not even the sexuality. It's like, it's not your preference. I mean, even that, like that too.
But that's what I mean. It's not your preference. Yeah. No one wants their kids hanging out with OnlyFans girls.
It's literal sex.
Yeah, it's sex. That's what I mean. Yeah.
Stinky, sweaty, fucking, and let me reiterate the stinky, super stinky, gross sex.
So if you go to an Armenian Day parade somewhere, like some commemoration, all you're going to see is people eating falafel and shish kebab. And if you go to Amish Day Parade, all you're going to see is like things that have been built by hand that you can
Buttermilk and
purchase.
fucking rocking chairs.
Yeah. If you go to some sort of black gathering, you're going to hear rap music and fights and obese women with the biggest tits you've ever seen. But if you go to a gay pride parade, if you go to a gay celebration, what you're going to see is everything forward facing is going to be things like that pee pool, men walking other men around on leashes. The whole entire thing is based around sex. That's the issue. I bet you if you polled gay people, I bet you half of gay people wouldn't take their kids to gay pride parade. They know.
Do you think it's like, I mean, there's probably so many different psychological levels to why trannies, whatever, I don't know what you want to call them, transvestites, groom children. I mean, the rates, research shows, people, ask John Ioannidis, that gay men or trans women are like one of the highest rate of abused as children. Like you've got like,
I'm sure.
and I wonder, is the inclusion of children in that kind of indoctrination, I just bet there's so many psychological levels to it. Like, oh, we're normalizing it so that when they get abused, it's not as evil and bad. Or, I mean, you could probably go so many different directions with it. It's crazy.
It's everything. Everything is blame Trump. Everything is blame Trump. Everything is blame Trump. While the Muslims get a pass, it's so fucking wild to me.
Well, the media has done it.
It's so wild.
I don't even look at people like that and think like, wow, that's their thought. Like they haven't thought. They've just accepted. They've listened and accepted. They haven't thought at all.
Maximum tolerance. George
Soros and the media have done a wonderful job at shaping what that guy thinks and believes.
So we were covering this story. We were covering this story about this guy in Minnesota who raped a 10-year-old girl for 2 years between when she was 10 and 12. And he was caught, and he gave a plea deal, so he didn't do any time in jail. The only time he did in jail is when the court case was going on. It was like 8 months. And then he stayed in the country for another 20 years. And then finally, with Trump in office, they were going to deport him. He's an illegal alien who raped a girl for 2 years, a 10-year-old girl. And so
they went. This case was 20 years ago.
Yeah, like 2005. So they went to deport him, and to get around his deportation, Governor Tim Walz pardoned him for that rape.
Jesus.
And his this just happened last week. And his justification for pardoning him was, oh, the girl who was raped said she forgives him. And it's like, hey, that should have no bearing on the case. Because the point isn't what the girl thinks who was raped. It's that to stop this guy from raping other people, other girls. And I guarantee you, I don't think rapists, it's like just think of yourself as someone who speeds. The time you get caught isn't the only time you did it.
I was just going to bring that up. You always say this, and it's so fucking true.
Yeah, if you're raping one kid, I find it hard to believe you're just raping one kid. And if that kid gets taken away from you, you're going to find another kid to rape. So let me play you this clip of what you would think, if anything, Tim Walz, when this comes out, he just avoids it at all costs. But he doesn't. He tries to defend pardoning this guy. Listen to this. This is so fucking crazy. Can you imagine being put in a position in your life where you're defending a child rapist?
No.
In this case, I would state this, that I can find no reason how Minnesota will be safer or better if Mr. Vang is deported to a country he has not been to since he was a child.
Dude, just look at his hair. Go back. Look at this guy's fucking hair. You are the face of your fucking state, the top official, and you can't even be bothered to do your fucking hair, you ugly, bald, senile fucking reptile. What the fuck is wrong with this guy?
He's
Shave
got a
your
Somali
fucking head.
flag. He's got a Somali flag. That's Minnesota's state flag, the Somali flag. Look at it pinned to his lapel.
Jesus, shave your fucking head. It is. It literally is a rendition of the Somalian flag. Shave your fucking head. Pick your fucking eyebrows. Stick that little fucking buzzer up in your nose. This guy can't even be bothered to fucking take care of himself. He's pardoning a fucking pedophile. What the dude? This shit gives me. This show's gonna turn into the crippling anxiety that shit like this gives me. Holy fuck. Hey, you're doing a fucking podcast with just some fucking retarded redneck ginger. And even you are fucking, look at your hair, dude. Your hair looks great. Your fucking facial hair is groomed. You look great. The fuck
Someone
is wrong
said-
with that guy?
My family says I'm losing weight. So thank God, this made me so happy. So a week after Walz pardoned this child rapist so that he wouldn't be deported, Marco Rubio announced his deportation of Minnesota man pardoned last month. State had pardoned immigrant Tu Lu Vang in June over 2006 conviction, but federal government expels him to Laos. Like I care. Like I don't care where he goes. I don't care if he's being sent back to his own country, the moon, Pluto, to jail. I don't care where he's going. I don't even understand how that's a justification. The Laotian man pardoned by state officials in Minnesota last month has been deported from the country. The U.S. Secretary of State Mark Rubio has announced. Tu Lu Vang, an immigrant from Laos, faced deportation for 2006 conviction of first-degree criminal sexual assault after raping a young girl between 2002 and 2004. 2 years of raping this girl. Vang was pardoned by the Minnesota Board of Pardons, which Tim Walz sits on.
Jesus.
Along with the Attorney General. In a letter obtained by the Star, the victim explained that she had made peace and forgiven Vang. He's not the same person now. How is she even still around him?
I bet the coercion necessary to get her to say anything on the topic was outright disgusting.
Yes. Then Rubio goes on to say, this week I revoked his legal status in the United States, and as a result, federal agents took him into custody, and as of today, he has been removed from the United States. Hey, the thing is that means he's just let loose in that country. I wish we could just throw him in jail and throw away the key.
I wish we could just fucking put a bullet in his head, dude.
Just picture all of you, any 10-year-old little girl you know.
Yeah, and that makes me want to kill him.
Yeah, I know. This is
Get a bank.
This is crazy to think people voted for him in Kamala. Hey, there's a handful of people who like sent me stories of like something Trump did, and I just send them this one in return.
There's nothing anywhere in existence of Trump protecting or supporting pedophiles. And at least to the degree, I don't even want to say that, he's not in control of releasing the Epstein files. It's Congress. And every time it fucking goes there, they redact everything. Is that not right?
That's pretty right. I think it's not just Congress, but the courts.
The Congress could, yeah, fuck, dude. The judges, they're as fucking corrupt as anyone. I was just thinking, dude, like.
Oh, the judging's so bad, especially in your state. The judging is so bad. The judges are all corrupt. Yeah.
Imagine believing that it's all Trump's fault that none of the Epstein information has been released. It's like no one's arguing. No one literally is arguing that we should continue redacting the Epstein files. No one's arguing that except for literally almost every single politician. And everyone's upset about it, right? Everyone's upset about it. Obama protected them. Hillary Clinton protected them. Biden protected them. The entire administration.
Bush protected them.
Bush protected them. Trump hasn't fucking, I mean, they've released the most under him that they've released. but it's still like not enough. But I just like, what's the angle there? Like, are you trying to is it like all Trump's fault that Epstein existed? Because like every other fucking president protected him too. But now all of a sudden it's a fucking national story. It's just crazy.
You know what happened? You know the origins, just as a quick refresher of the Epstein. When Epstein was first charged and they got the ability to, what's that called when the cops can come to, when they got the warrants to search Epstein, the warrant was in a really narrow window. It was like a 3-year window of his life. And so they went in with the warrants and they checked all his computers and whatever, and they could only convict him on things that they found that fell in within a 3-year window. And so that's when you knew that there was a problem. And they did that on purpose to protect him. And then he went to jail. And when I said he went to jail, I think he only did weekends. I think he was out during the week and he just went to jail on the weekends. And then it was over. And so
Under who?
I can't remember if it was Bush or I can't remember who it was under.
It was like 2009.
Maybe it was under Clinton.
That was later. You're talking about his conviction and his time in prison was under Obama.
Let me see. When was original Epstein trial? His only criminal case was in 2008. He avoided trial by reaching non-prosecution agreement with federal prosecutors. So who was president in 2008? I think that was Clinton.
Obama. No, what the fuck are you talking about, bro? It was Obama. Barack Obama.
George W. Bush. George W. Bush served as president of the United States throughout 2008. Barack Obama was elected in November 2008, but didn't take office until January 2009. So it was under Bush.
So Republicans are the only ones to ever do anything against Epstein. Release files, convict him, charge him.
I do remember Trump saying this. Sadly, Trump has opposed the full release of the Epstein files behind the scenes, has said it will hurt his friends. Yeah, he said it would hurt Bill Clinton also. He also said the problem with the Epstein files too is like more than half of the shit in the Epstein files is hearsay, like people calling in, people writing letters. Like I saw a story, the guy
like
who
unsubstantiated just like things, A, unsubstantiated because they're just emails typing shit, and B, and I'm not defending any of this, but just through the legal, like if you're a retard in the comments, like you have to understand that in order to convict somebody for something, you need evidence. And this person 25 years ago emailing this isn't evidence to convict someone of a fucking crime. And so for them to say, hey, if we release this with no evidence of them being guilty of any sort of crime, and I'm not saying that's right? I'm not saying it's right that they're not releasing it. I'm just saying that's why they're not releasing it. So have some fucking, intelligence in your fucking brain for one second.
One of the emails that went to like the FBI, like, whatever tip line was a man saying that Trump had raped some 13-year-old girl, and it went into details. And then they dug into the guy who sent the email, and he had also sent the email years before saying that Hillary Clinton was really a lizard person. And the email was sent the month of the elections, the first time Trump was running for office. That's when most of the tips would pour in. No, no, we are not doing we're not doing the exact same thing.
Don't even address him. Don't even pull him up.
Okay.
He's just too stupid to engage with. It's like Trump has done the most. Maybe Bush had done the most because he was actually in fucking prison, and then Trump was second. And then what happened all in between that? Hillary Clinton, Biden, Obama, nothing. So I'm not saying.
Has any woman come forward and said, hey, yeah, I fucked Trump on Epstein Island or because of a hookup that Epstein gave me?
Not that I know of.
Yeah, I haven't heard of any either, which is just absolutely bizarre. If there's anything against the guy, it's bizarre.
Right.
Why hasn't it come out?
But the problem is that everyone in Congress, and I say everyone, obviously that's a vast generalization. I'd say 80% of Congress, that's also still just a total fucking guess. Fucking 80% of judges, like they're so fucking corrupt. They don't work for the people anymore at all. It's all so fucking corrupt. And there are levels to the corruption. there's like Republican corruption where it's like all they want to do is hold on to power and get rich. And then there's Democrat corruption where they want to abolish the Constitution, turn our country into a socialist regime, completely eliminate the Senate and make the executive and the judicial branches subservient to Congress. So there's levels to corruption. They want to let in, the Democrats want to let in every illegal migrant and refugee on the planet to rape and pillage Americans.
True.
They want to replace all fucking white people in America.
True.
So there's levels to the corruption. So yeah, shame on me if I would rather Trump get rich as fuck than be raped and pillaged, abolish the Constitution, eliminate all checks and balances within the government, and give all of my fucking money to that government so that they can give it to people who don't know how to fucking work for it themselves. Shame on me.
Well said. Iran's heating up.
I'm in the dark, dude, but I'm fired up this morning. I'm in the dark, but I'm fired up this morning. So let's get into it. Like, fucking read me in.
This is this morning. Hostilities resumed. The U.S. military said it hit 140 Iranian military targets in its latest strikes following an attack on a merchant ship passing through the Strait of Hormuz. It blamed on Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard. It marks the third round of U.S. strikes in the week and comes after both countries' leaders issued public threats. Hormuz closed. Iran's Revolutionary Guard declared the Strait of Hormuz is closed until further notice.
The Strait of Hormuz. We should put up this Pat comment. Shame on me for saying, well, okay, I'll give you this, Pat. Pat says Trump isn't a pedo. He's a pedo protector. Okay, if he's a pedo protector, that's fucked. And he shouldn't be protecting pedos. No one agrees with that. If that is true, no one agrees with that. They all are, and that doesn't absolve him of that. But kind of the point is, where was all this pedo protector energy for the past 20 fucking years? Like, it matters for everyone, including him.
When you say he's a pedo protector, who's he protecting? I want to look it up because I started watching the Netflix documentary on Epstein, and they were that says that Epstein was harvesting young girls, paying them $200 from the local high school in Florida to come to his house and massage him and his friends. I've seen that. And then all of the other people that I've seen interviewed who said Epstein got at them, one, they weren't raped, and two, they were over 18. Now, they were all questionable acts, and they were disgusting, and they were highly manipulative. But all the interviews I've seen of all the women since then have all been over 18. The one saying that his penis was shaped like a lemon, the one who says that they brought him to the island and asked him for a massage, and he jerked off in front of them.
There was some shit. There were like fucking emails saying that Ellen DeGeneres was eating fucking babies on the island. I mean, there's some crazy fucking shit. Look, if he's a protector, that's not fine, but like, okay, he's a protector and that's fucking wrong. I agree.
I want to say the most evidence we have of any of the presidents being pedos is Joe Biden, with the endless clips of him touching kids inappropriately.
He was a pedophile. Well, Pat,
that's the most evidence we have.
He says, what do you mean if that's true? It's fucking true. Well, just tell us.
Just tell us. Yeah, tell me. I want to pull it up right now. Tell me whose name I should Google. Tell me.
And we're also agreeing. I'm also agreeing with you. I'm saying, yeah, if that's true, he's a piece of shit. And I'm also saying that I would rather have this piece of shit who at least wants to preserve the Constitution than all of the other pieces of shit who don't. And what is the other option? Like, give me another option. Is the other option civil war? Is the other option a fucking uprising, a violent uprising? Is the other option turning into fucking Thomas Crooks and trying to kill him? What are the other options?
And Pat, I just recently listened to 6 hours of new testimony that happened in Congress of people who were coming out against Trump and Epstein. There wasn't one like formal accusation that I heard, and the Democrats hijacked it and blamed the whole thing. Got spun for 6 hours, 2-3 hour sessions. It got spun that it's billionaires having too much power, and no one came out and told the story of like, hey, I was 14 years old and this happened to me.
Now Pat's deflecting. You're deflecting now. Instead of giving us the
Just give it
people
to us. Yeah,
that-
Google it up, Pat. Do some
You're
research for us.
deflecting.
You're so good at that. Yeah.
Oh, is he protecting Jesus Christ? Is that who he's protecting?
President Trump says U.S. hit Iran very hard last night and insists Strait of Hormuz is open. Hey, Pat, you know what you're doing? It's the same thing when I'm sitting here talking to someone and I point out the fact that Tim Walz pardoned a rapist, and they're like, what about January 6th? And I go, what about it? They go, January 6th. And I'm like, okay, but what about it? What part? Like, tell me an incident. Give me someone's name. And they, you guys never can.
No, you know what it's actually like?
You have these big, huge concepts in your head, and you're just convicting people around these things. And it's like, hey, tell me what you didn't like. You didn't like the fact the FBI was there?
I have the perfect analogy for what it's like arguing anything with Pat.
Tell me.
It's like you're an adult. It's like you're an adult. And I know a lot about that. It's like you're a mature adult. You have,
You sure
advanced
do.
social awareness, emotional comprehension and skills, and you're staring at a child. That's like a little stupid. It's like a little dunce. It's a little retarded in the literal sense where it's delayed and held back. And you're like, hey, dude, why are you wearing a blue shirt? It's fucking St. Patty's Day. Why are you wearing that blue shirt? And the child starts screaming, you don't even like rust on your peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And it just starts yelling at you about peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and how you're gay because you eat Uncrustables. So like the entire conversation was about, hey, it's St. Patty's Day. I told you to put on a green shirt. You're wearing a blue shirt. What the fuck is wrong with you? And then they start crying about peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and your preference over them. And that is a literal depiction of what it's like to talk to Patrick Lange.
There's a website called Insurrection Tracker. This is what Pat is talking about. 1/16 of the people who were pardoned have since been rearrested on other crimes.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
And what were the other crimes?
DUI. I'm just reading. There a DUI, assault at a bar called the Crazy Donkey. Another DUI. Involvement in a riot. Let me see what else I can find. Oh no, these are previous. Oh, are you sure, Pat? This insurrection tracker is things that they were arrested for previously. Touching a woman's hair while filming it on a. Oh no, this is touching a woman's hair while filming it on the DC subway. Another guy got arrested because he admitted his role in the January 6 attacks. Another one, the Trump administration actually arrested because he'd been pardoned, but then rearrested because they did have footage of him entering someplace in the Capitol he shouldn't have. Here's one involved in a fatal stabbing. Another guy was arrested because he fired a gun at January 6th.
Fucking party pop. Get a party pop. Oh, you guys think it's funny when it's in a fucking movie with Mark Wahlberg and Will Ferrell, but all of a sudden a real fucking homie tries to do one and now it's a huge deal? All you fucking pussies want to go watch Mark Wahlberg and Will Ferrell do a fucking desk pop in a movie and think it's hilarious. And all of a sudden somebody with some balls does it for real and
What's
you're
a
fucking
desk
tripping out.
What's a desk pop?
Where you pull out the fucking gat and just shoot one off at your desk. You fucking oh God.
Contrary to what Iran is saying, Trump is saying that we hit Iran very hard last night and the Strait of Hormuz is open. These people, there's something wrong with them. Trump told CNN's Jake Tapper during a morning interview on the State of the Union show. We had to deal with them yesterday. They were giving up everything, and then all of a sudden, 2 hours after that, they hit a ship with a drone.
How many views do you think I'd get if I did a desk pop right now?
20. The U.S. military said if you shot yourself in the leg, though, it would go viral. The U.S. military said it hit 140 Iranian military targets in its latest strike. Wow, that's a lot of targets. Iranian authorities tasked with overseeing a new protocol for transits through the waterway said today that the passage of vessels is not possible, but Trump told CNN it's open as far as we're concerned.
I think the Navy SEALs need to fucking go in and find all those mines and disable them, don't they? Aren't there a fuck ton of mines in the Strait of Hormuz?
I saw on Twitter that special forces have touched ground in Iran. That we actually have boots on the ground. I don't know if it's true.
Is Hormuz even straight?
I don't know. It looks like his chick is transitioning. Have you ever seen his chick? She's had so much work. She's had so much work on her.
They're on hella trend. So where did you see that special forces are on the ground? Army special forces.
I saw it on Twitter.
So do you think it's real?
I have no idea. So there's basically, I guess this guy, the new leader, gave a speech saying like, "Hey, we're gonna fucking take, his dad got killed in one of Trump's first strikes. The guy who's the new spiritual leader of Iran. So now we're gonna fight back, and we're pissed. He's pissed. His dad got killed."
We need to end it all, dude. We need to end it once and fucking for all for them, I think. And I don't know what that looks like. And I could also be convinced that that's so fucking stupid. But it sounds to me like I'm tired of beating around the fucking bush and negotiating with terrorists. The world's largest state sponsor of fucking Islamic jihadi terrorism. Seriously? And we're negotiating with them? What the fuck, dude? Even that sounds stupid. That sounds so fucking dumb. Does that not sound fucking stupid?
So stupid. Have you seen this graphic? I wish I could find it. Have you seen this graphic? The title of the graphic was, imagine a missile landed in your neighborhood from Iran. What would you want done? And then it's a graphic that shows over the last 2 years all the missiles that have come from Iran that landed in Israel. It's fucking crazy. It's crazy. Have you seen that graphic? It looks like it's been raining in Israel for 2 years. It's a wild graphic.
Dude, the chat is going crazy right now. Sean says, I'm on the ground in Iran. And then Eric H says, Sean Sullivan said it was a lie that the U.S. bombed a girls' school. Don't forget, you guys are cannibalizing each other right now. You guys need to relax.
Only when you watch this through do you understand what Israel's had to withstand from Hamas, Gaza, Hezbollah, and Lebanon, Houthis, and Yemen. These are all. This is since the stabbing. This is a graphic. All of those are missiles, and then there's a timeline. Look at the days. That looks like it's coming from Lebanon into Israel. But that's every day. That's what it's like living in Israel.
Jesus. Now imagine that's New York City and it's fucking Canada doing that. Could you imagine how fucking...
That's their country just being bombed constantly. That little tiny piece of land that people call Israel. Those are all the missiles coming into it.
People have and I'm one of those people. I have no fucking idea. It's absolutely insane.
And so when they strike back, someone has a problem with it. Look at that shit.
Oh, here we go. We got a caller.
Is that your phone?
Oh, shit. It is my phone. My mom's calling in. Oh, man, straight to voicemail. Should know better. I'm on a show right now.
You can't even believe could you imagine living there and that's just constantly happening to you?
Lizzie, will you text my mom and tell her I'm on a show?
Iran's just been fucking bombing fucking Israel nonstop every day for fucking 2 years.
Oh my God.
Look at that. It's a wild graphic, right? This is all since the the Gazans came across the border and fucking sliced up those people in that kibbutz. And it's still not ending. Where do they get all these missiles from? How do they have all of these?
Give me one sec.
Look at this.
Wow.
Oh, man. Yeah, that's it. You wouldn't tolerate any of that if you lived there. If one missile came into one of our neighborhoods, we would be like, "Hey, nuke Iran." Right?
Repeat that question.
If one missile came from fucking Mexico and hit fucking Dallas Fort Worth, we would be like, nuke Mexico.
We would fucking destroy them.
Yeah. And so the restraint that Israel has shown is crazy.
This is so not true at all, Pat. And I'm going to demonstrate how this is not true. He goes, everything you both voted for with Trump has been the opposite. And here you are defending all of it. It's literally great stuff to watch you guys do gymnastics mentally at a Greg Glassman level. Well, first off, I voted for Trump for two reasons. To drain the swamp and to close the border. Those were literally the only two fucking things I cared most about. And since he's been elected, they started Doge and initiated defunding all that stuff. They've cut funding to a ton of fucking government programs that shouldn't have it, USAID, etc. And the border's closed. Those were the two.
And hey, do you think
things for me? Those were the two main things for me. And this is going to sound abrasive, but I didn't really give that much of a fuck about Ukraine. I didn't give a fuck about anything else. I wanted the border closed because you can't have a fucking country with an open border. And I wanted all these fucking fat, disgusting, slimy politicians and fucking bureaucrats stealing money out of my fucking pocket and yours for the hard fucking work that you and I put in every fucking day so that they could have a bigger fucking stipend on fucking Capitol Hill to go eat their fucking fat fuck lunch. I wanted that shit nixed. And he's done the best job of that.
And do you think that Nick Shirley would be allowed? Do you think if there were Democrats in office, Nick Shirley would be allowed to publish that shit on YouTube? Just
Fuck
ask
no.
your guys. Yeah, fuck no.
This is the most retarded thing ever. Look, guys, we have a fucking... Why is this not working for me? Pull up Carl Thelmer's comment.
And by the way, someone asked, is your life better now? My life is way better now.
Dude, I'm going to have to leave and come back.
Where, Carl? Oh, this is this.
Wow. This is a German person who lives in Germany asking, implying.
Yes. It crazy affect. It just so you know, the border being open crazy affected Taylor. The number of murders and rapes that happened in the cities in his adjacent area that illegal immigrants did is out of control. Out of control. Out of control. Tank, what are you referencing? Why don't you just spit it out? Say what shitstorm do you think? Spit it out. It affected all 50 states. Yeah, horribly. Look at the biggest problem, Carl. The biggest problem, some of the biggest problems are that we're having are not the states that are on the border. Minnesota is nowhere near the border, and they have a massive problem with immigration there. Massive. Pat, at least admit this. Tank and Pat, at least admit this. We wouldn't be allowed to have this conversation on this channel if Trump wasn't in power. You guys, how short your memory is. You weren't even allowed to state that 51% of all murders that happen in this country are committed by 6% of the population using a sex and skin color demographic. You weren't even allowed to say that. The Washington Post was reporting on all sorts of shit around the subject, and they never could say that.
The approximation of illegal immigrants in Charlotte, North Carolina, not just the state, the city that I live in, are 100,000. 100,000. The price of homes since COVID, the housing crisis in America, Carl, not Germany, you stupid fuck. And by the way, I think I fucking restricted you on Instagram because I just don't want to hear fucking anything you have to say about American politics because you're an idiot.
God, that's a liberal move.
The 30% increase in the price of homes due almost entirely to undocumented migrants entering the United States. So in a city, not even Mecklenburg County, the city of Charlotte, 100,000 fucking people made the house that I live in, which sold for maybe $180,000 in 2016, and maybe sold again for $240,000 or $220,000 in 2021. Sold for over $300,000 to Lizzie and I because of the inflation of the price of fucking homes, because the demand fucking surged, because the border was fucking open. You stupid fucking idiot. You're just a dumb fucking retard. Sorry. Suze, I need your help. I need your help.
Barack Obama on Muslims. Don't forget Barack Obama was raised in a Muslim country. I believe he was raised in Indonesia. Under a different name, by the way. And if you've never read Barack Obama's wiki page, you should read it.
It was so fucking hard for us. And I'm not complaining. Like, I'm like, oh, it was so hard for us. But like, dude, like buying a home as someone who's 30 years old in America right now is near impossible. It's near fucking impossible. And it's not only because of cash being printed. It's not only because of corporations buying single family homes. Those definitely contribute. But can I control the Federal Reserve? Can I control corporations? None of those were on the fucking ballot, really. But you know what was on the ballot? Closing the fucking border. And that makes an impact, Carl, you dumbass. You know what else has happened is Trump signed an executive order disallowing, and who knows how effective it'll be, corporations from buying single family homes.
That was a great move.
It's so crazy to think that, oh, how does that affect you? I'm in Germany. Ja, strudel. Bring Hitler back. That's all you got. Dude, that's all you want, Carl.
And in Germany, you're not even allowed to say on the street that Mohammed's a bad person. Okay, listen to Barack Obama. Here we go.
You're absolutely right that John McCain has not talked about my Muslim faith, and you're absolutely right that has not come my Christian faith. And well, what I'm saying is he hasn't suggested that I'm a Muslim.
People have been drawn to Islam's message of peace, and the very word itself, Islam, comes from salam, peace. The standard greeting is assalamu alaikum, peace be upon you. Islam is rooted in a commitment to compassion and mercy and justice and charity. Whoever wants to enter paradise, the Prophet Muhammad taught, let him treat people the way he would love to be treated. The first word revealed in the Quran, Iqra, means read, to seek knowledge, to question assumptions.
And when he says, this is just crazy. Listen to this again one more time.
Alaikum, peace be upon you. Islam is rooted in a commitment to compassion and mercy and justice and charity. Whoever wants to enter paradise,
whoever wants to enter paradise, by the way, it's crazy that you would say that. Paradise is when you die and you go to Islam paradise and there's 72 virgins. First of all, no one should want to fuck a virgin.
Yeah, I mean, but imagine, dude, they're all just fucking daydreaming about it raining pussy on them. That's all they're daydreaming about, dude. Yeah, imagine how much masturbation happens to like going to paradise. Hey, Pat, you're right. It's basic economics. He says it's because of supply and demand, dude. Yeah, when the supply is normal, the supply is such to match the population of Americans in America, the price of homes is rational. And then when you fucking import millions and millions and millions of illegal migrants, the demand fucking exponentially increases and supply doesn't. the prices go up. You're right. It's basic economics.
That's cool that Pat's starting to come around and get it. Why do you guys think what do you guys think of a 2-year minimum service commitment to any branch of the military for all capable 18 to 20?
I think it would probably do wonders for our country. The leadership would have to be powerful. Imagine getting a furry in your fucking unit or platoon or in your fucking squadron. And under Biden, they would be allowed. Under Biden, they would be allowed to use their little litter box. And that's how you have to communicate. Hey, push him out, dude. Give me 20.
Did you see the Senator Lindsey Graham had a heart attack?
Yeah, he's fucking. I don't want to say something that sounds so mean, dude. He was gonna run for another 6-year fucking term. Yeah, it's crazy. Travis Vindicate says buying a house in Trump's first term was super easy. I couldn't afford to buy my house now.
Lindsey Olin Graham was an American politician and attorney who represented South Carolina in the United States Senate from 2003 until his death in 2026. And the conspiracies are already beginning. I always thought that guy was closeted gay. He just looked gay. He reminded me of Liberace.
President Trump, thank you for joining us, and my condolences to you.
Well, thank you. He's a tough one to lose. He was great. He was unique in every way, actually.
He was, Mr. President, and I know that we are all just absorbing this news. We are all in shock. Can you tell us, Mr. President, how you received this news and your immediate...
She doesn't have a sincere bone in her body.
...gut reaction when you heard it?
So what makes it even stranger is that I got a call last night sometime at, the early evening, maybe in the 7s. And he called and he said, we're all set for the Save America Act. He was pushing the Save America Act like crazy. He got back, said he just landed from Ukraine. I said, that's a long trip to make. He said, he sounded a little tired, but perfect, but a little bit tired. I had a right to be. And he was a worker. He was really a worker. But he sounded great, actually. But he actually said he was tired. But he wanted to pass the Save America Act. And I said, well, we're going to get it done, Lindsay. We're going to get it done. I'll see you soon. We thought maybe we might even meet today. And then that was it. And that was, very around the time. It couldn't have been much longer. It could have been his last call. I don't know exactly. But I got a message about 1:00 in the morning from one of the people at his office that he had passed away. I said, I just can't believe it. He was like a member of the family to me. It's very tough, actually. It's amazing.
Mr. President.
He was such an advocate. He was, if he wanted to get something, and he had a unique
Lindsey Graham
to deal with Democrats and Republicans. If I had a problem, a real problem, I wouldn't often ask. But if I had a problem with a Democrat, he could work it out. He was a great politician, actually.
Toast. And all sorts of crazy conspiracy
That's
theories.
the best insult you could fucking give to someone.
The Save America Act is a proposed federal election bill requiring voters to provide documentary proof of U.S. citizenship to register and present strict photo ID at the polls. While championed by President Donald Trump and passed by the U.S. House, it remains stalled in the Senate. They're trying to pass this bill that makes it so you need to show ID to vote. 80% of the country's behind it. Not a single Democrat except for Fetterman will vote for it. This is very common practice. Even in Somalia, they require voter ID. 179 countries require voter ID to vote in their federal elections, but not the USA.
Tanks chimping out. He's talking about data centers now. First it's the Jews, now it's data centers with this guy.
Tank did put me on a very interesting path the other day.
Oh, what was that? Gay porn?
No, regarding the founding of the CIA and the Dulles brothers.
Oh.
And basically, ever since the CIA has been around, shit went sideways. That was the overthrow of our government. It's very interesting shit.
I believe it.
Yeah.
Tank thinks I disagree with everything he says. I don't. I just think like you
Well,
have
he
the,
kind of gets it. He made a comment earlier. He said, "Hey, just because you're going for the lesser of the two evils doesn't mean they're both evil." And that made me realize that's where we kind of cross paths with him.
Wait, what did repeat that?
He said in an earlier comment I saw, he said, "Hey, just because you agree with the lesser of the two evils doesn't mean that they're not both evil."
Right, I agree.
Yeah.
100% I agree.
I'm looking it up. Sevan, look up the Noahide, or the 7 laws of Noah, are a set of universal moral imperatives derived from the Talmud and interpreted by rabbinic tradition to be the binding on all non-Jews.
What do we even do, Tank? Like, what do we do as Americans? What do we do as people who inhabit the world? Because it's like normal fucking people, yeah, Pat included, he's pretty normal, are getting fucking attacked on all sides. We're getting attacked by our government. We're getting attacked by Muslim jihadists. We're getting attacked by fucking poor people. What the fuck do we do, dude? What do normal fucking people who just want to live their own lives, put the D to their wife, grow a couple fucking tomatoes? What do we do, dude? Give us a solution. Because, yeah, I'm fucking filled with crippling anxiety on what's going to happen when some fucking Mamdani-esque fucking communist gets elected in Charlotte as mayor. What do we do, dude?
Are you following this story that's like really taken root, that basically both sides are saying it now, that basically they're the socialists and they've infiltrated the Democratic Party, the DSA, and they're basically using the Democratic Party to get in, and AOC and Ilhan Omar and Mamdani, that they're all socialists, but they're basically trying to take over the infrastructure of the Democratic Party and get in that way. Have you
They 100% are. They have. It's not they're trying to. They have. Ilhan Omar is a socialist. Mamdani is without a doubt a fucking socialist. AOC is a socialist. They want to destroy everything that it means. They want to destroy American government so that they can fucking retain power forever.
This guy is as hardcore as a Democrat as you can find anywhere. This is the guy. This is the President Clinton's lead strategist, James Carville. When I was a kid, this guy was always on TV, And this is what he thinks about what's happening to the Democratic Party. He never says anything negative about the Democrats, and he's losing his shit.
Right? But it's the Democrats' fault. It's the corporate Democrats. It's all because the Democrats listen to Al Gore, some shit like that. These people are so fucking stupid, I don't know what to say about it. So now we have this idea that these insurgent Democrats, and what is their solution? Is their solution to beat Republicans, to run against Republicans? No. Their solution is to beat Democrats. Like they're part of the problem. No, you are part of the problem because you're a fucking idiot.
He never used to speak like this. He's fully fucking unhinged. I love it.
You just believe that pablum nonsense that drifts around the left wing, I don't know, whatever sphere, blogosphere, atmosphere, thought sphere, or whatever sphere they got.
Even he knows the Democrats are losing their party. Or have they lost it? How close are they to losing it?
It's lost, bro. It is fucking. Hey, Gavin Newsom. Are you kidding me? Kamala Harris. They are fucking communists, dude. Tim Walz, Minnesota Mal himself. That was the fucking potential vice president for the United States of America. A full-on communist. He lets Somalia take over a United State. One of our states now is no longer a United State of America. I'm sorry, if you live in Minnesota, you work for Somalia. Your tax dollars are going to Somalia. They're not going to anything in Minnesota. Nothing in Minnesota. Sorry, that's the truth. Can you believe that, dude?
They are trying to take over the Democratic Party. Think about what you're saying. Just think about it, please, for once. Pat. Pat. Just say something for once, dude.
I agree with Carl, too.
How about just say something for once? Taylor, stop calling people communists and socialists. Remember when you said you can't call people these names after Kirk was killed? Your words. No, that's not what we were saying. God,
Yeah,
Pat,
so really,
you're
I'm not.
so lost, Pat.
They are.
They're
believe,
calling themselves that,
Yeah,
Pat.
they're
They're
Marxists.
they're not hiding, dude. They're not hiding. They're not like, no, we're not.
They are perpetuating,
They've embraced it.
believing and adopting Marxist Leninist beliefs. Like, yeah, what are you talking about? The two-party system is fucked, and we do need more. We don't need more political parties because we have more. We have the Libertarian Party. We have the fucking, we have all these other little fucking parties. They just don't do shit. I don't even necessarily, Carl, think it's the two-party system. I think it's the lobby industry. Money knows where it's best to be spent to continue to perpetuate its power, and they spend it on the Republican and the Democratic Party. And so now they're both owned by foreign governments, corporations, communists. They're just bought and fucking paid for. I think and this will never happen because it would limit their power immensely, but term limits in Congress would be enormous and eliminating.
I have concerns about term limits in Congress. I have serious concerns.
Well,
because I don't think it's
get anything done.
No, because it's the bureaucrats that are the problem. It's not the congressmen that need limits. It's people being employed with the government. You should not be allowed to be employed. Yeah. You should not be allowed to be employed with the government for more than 8 years, and then you should get a job in the private sector. You should not be allowed to work for the government for more than 8 years.
It's over. I don't care if it's the federal employees.
Yeah, I don't care if it's the DMV. I don't care if it's your fucking janitor at the fucking federal building. Like, I agree. It's the bureaucrats. I'm not worried about the politicians. I'm worried about the bureaucrats. The UK is toast. I mean, this is just nonstop in the UK. Quick voice here. So I've just heard you read out from the scripture. This is a black man. Even the blacks are fucked.
I said you can't call people that who actually aren't that. And you're part of the camp where truth isn't objective. Truth is subjective. Truth is different for everyone. My truth is different from your truth, Pat. Your lived truth is different. And maybe the truth that you're living right now is the truth that I did actually say that. Pat, maybe the truth that you're living is that those people really weren't those things.
Pat, would you agree that the left wants to pursue the truth? I would argue that you're right. But what the left is not pursuing is the ability to do the truth, which is to have open dialogue, and that is what the right is doing. You're allowed to say anything if you're on the right. If you're on the left, you're only allowed to say what's true. Do you agree with that? And that's why we end up with things like COVID and BLM and George Floyd, because it doesn't matter. It's just their truth. Where the right is like, hey, you can say what you want. You got to at least admit that.
Listen to this. I'm a paramedic in the Twin Cities in Minnesota, and dealing with Somalians for any reason is the worst. They don't even act like innocent immigrants. What is an innocent immigrant?
And this guy's a liberal, right?
Yeah, I don't know. Who knows? He's a good dude. Yeah, they don't make any effort to assimilate to the communities. The neighborhoods are Mogadishu. It's fucking crazy, dude. And there are cities like that, not just like, yeah, it's crazy. There are cities like that just aren't even, it's not even specific to Somalians, although in Minnesota it is. But all across the United States, there are these communities that are not American anymore. They have imported their third world culture, and we don't fucking want that. Come here and be an American. Get fucking rich working hard.
If you haven't seen the newest video Nick Shirley's done on New York City, you should see it. It is a massive takedown.
Yeah, Koreans, dude. Koreans in New York City and Flushing, Queens, robbing the taxpayers, fucking blind.
And when he says Koreans, will you do their voice for them? These are not assimilated Koreans.
We are not. No, we don't have 7 million people. We don't have 7,000 people here. No, we don't have that. No, we not do kickback. We never do a kickback for the government adult daycare. Can you
You know what-
imagine your tax dollars going to a fucking daycare for old people to do karaoke? What the fuck, dude? That is so fucking ridiculous. That is so fucking ridiculous. Even ones that aren't committing fraud by inflating their fucking numbers and the services that they're offering, even ones that aren't doing that, in my eyes, are fucking fraud. If you're an old fuck, you don't need a government paid for facility to do karaoke. I'm sorry. Turn your own fucking TV on and have your fucking friends over.
What I like most about it is they're not hostile and violent like the Somalis. And so when he goes in, they don't know how to tell him to leave. They're like, they just start fumbling around. You know what I mean? Because their culture is to be nice and polite. And so they can't ever push. Yeah, they're like, when Nick Shirley's like, how many people do you serve here a day? And they're like 50. And he's like, okay. And he goes, is that the most you serve? And they're like, yeah. And he goes, well, here it says you served 8,000 people last year. Like, they're like, no way, that's impossible.
He's like, yeah, well, you're overbilling. You're overbilling and you're fucking defrauding everyone. And they send all that money back to, you guessed it, Korea or Somalia or wherever. There's a fucking cheques cache, fucking cambiano cheques right down the street from my fucking house. This fucking little shop where you go in there and you take your fucking paycheck as a hardworking fucking day laborer, illegal here in the United States, and you fucking send it back to another country pre-tax.
Isn't it interesting that Ron says this, and Walls pardoned an immigrant pedophile child rapist so he wouldn't be deported. That's who Pat wants to defend. Pat wants to defend Tim Walls. Why? Because you kind of look like him. Like when you look at Tim Walls, are you like simpatico with him? Is that why you like him so much? It's so crazy that you want to be on that side, Pat. It trips me out.
Yeah.
Let me play this for you. This is a preacher getting in trouble in the UK.
Quick pause here. So I've just heard you read out from the scripture, but following you doing a direct reading from the Bible, we had the following. If you continue to commit your wickedness, okay, evidently aimed at the crowd here, continue to commit your... No, it's not about what you read from the Bible.
Of course it's directed at the crowd.
Let's hear it.
The Bible was closed. If you continue to commit your wickedness, you will not enter into the kingdom of God.
It's not aimed at a particular people. I'm preaching to everyone. I'm preaching to everyone.
Given the crowd around,
I'm preaching to everyone.
It doesn't matter if you preach to everyone. Given the people that are around, that is tipping in.
But there's straight people here as well.
Doesn't matter.
There's straight people here as well.
Really aware of the people.
I'm allowed to preach in public.
To commit your wickedness.
Yeah.
Preaching is like preaching.
I preach to the wall.
We are implying.
I preach to the wall.
I take it that you're implying that there's
that's your interpretation. The Bible says what the Bible says.
On that.
The Bible says what the Bible says.
Your one warning. I've already warned your other preacher. Okay, we go down it. We are now looking at a point where we are
actually
really.
Look, brother. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna wait. No. Actually, just stay there. Just stay there. Because I'm gonna be honest with you. You're not interested in what's in the Bible, but you're interested in naked people walking around. You're not interested in what is You're not interested in what is in the Bible, but you're interested in the sins of the world. And the Bible clearly states that these things are sin. If you're not going to allow me practice my freedom of speech, my friend, I don't want to go to court. I want to show mercy. But I'm showing you now, we have, by the grace of God, top Christian lawyers. And I'm telling you, this is a battle that is not worth going through. This is a battle that's not worth going through. Hallelujah. You're distracting They're distracting my preaching, honestly. Oh, I read straight from the Bible and my man's coming and stopping me. Hallelujah. Thank you, brother, man of God. Let's do it. Hallelujah. Straight from the Bible. Praise the Lord. The plan of salvation. Everybody who has sinned. That means everybody in the world. Not a specific group of people. Not a specific gender.
So I think he's at a gay pride parade talking about the sins of the people.
Damn, dude, that guy's standing on his fucking business, dude. That was some fucking pimp shit. I don't know what you heard about me, but if you can't get $1 out of me, dude, that guy's a fucking G, dude. Fuck, dude. Does that guy have an Instagram profile?
I don't know, but Olivia brought up something. This basically happened in New York City yesterday, too, or in not New York, in Fort Worth. Did you see what happened in Fort Worth?
Yeah, that fucking cop, he was smacked the fuck out of that guy.
And the fat bitch with him. Crazy. Fat bitch alert and a fat bitch and dumb fucking pussy alert.
This is crazy right here. I cannot believe this is the United States.
This fucking idiot, dude. What qualifies you to be a cop? That you're fucking fat and dumb now?
Sorry.
Why not though?
Because you're not here to support the event. You're here to aggravate the situation.
So it's a public event and we're not allowed to go inside?
They don't want you here.
How do you know that? We haven't even stepped foot in.
Okay, stop asking me questions.
No, we're asking you because you said that we cannot go into a free public event, and we haven't even stepped foot in. They haven't even said we couldn't be there yet. You came out of the vehicle and said that we cannot go into the event. No one in the event said that we cannot step foot in there. No one said that yet.
Because we're trying to prevent that.
So are we allowed to step in there or not?
You don't have you are allowed to do whatever you need to do. You can use your First Amendment right, but you can't go past this barrier. You're not here to support gay pride.
Yeah, but no one said we can't be in the event yet.
I told you can't be in the event.
But we have see that's so yeah, you're making up your own laws. And you're an officer and you don't know that. You're telling us that we can't use it.
I've also worked other protests before to where we have arrested people that have used amplified noise.
All right, so we're not allowed to use it or else we'll get arrested is what you're saying.
Depends.
Depends on what?
The decibel, right?
Okay, so it is a decibel.
Depends on what you're doing. Depends on what you're saying.
Okay.
You can offend somebody.
You could offend someone. There, she said it. There, she said it.
That's crazy that's a crime.
It is fucking nuts.
You could offend someone as if offending someone is a crime.
Here. Yes. Okay. Okay. So if we preach in here, we're going to be arrested for trespassing if we don't play. Yes, sir. Okay. That's all we need.
All right. Be offensive. That's the standard.
No, I mean it can be loud. It can be what you're saying. It can be all kinds of different things. But we got multiple complaints about the volume and being in people's ears.
But he wasn't in his ears. We were in front of a truck. We were in back of a truck, behind the truck.
And you'll have your day in court. You can argue it out.
Yeah. Here.
Yes.
You'll have your day in court.
It's wild. Here, same situation. Here we go. Same situation.
But
no, I want to ask, and I'm being dead serious. So if a biological male comes up to me who says he's a woman, and I call him, I say, sir, and he gets offended, is that a citable offense? If I call a biological male a male, and he says I'm offended, I'm gonna whatever. Is that a citable offense if he's offended by that speech?
Man, we're talking gray area right now. We're not talking about.
Dude, this is in fucking Texas. This fucking guy, make him fucking famous. Fuck you, dude. You fucking piece of shit. You un-American scumbag piece of shit. Put your fucking eyebrows down. Take the fucking cum out of your hair. This guy's a dirtbag, dude. This guy's ruining America.
Hey, you should be able to call a man ma'am and a man miss and not get arrested. You can call people whatever the fuck you want. Yeah.
Everybody says that's a vague conversation, vague charge.
I'm genuinely curious.
Sure, I don't believe I would cite that for offensive language. Offensive language to me is calling somebody N-word, curse words.
We don't curse, we're preachers.
Sure, no, I agree. But it's more like you call somebody a male. I don't necessarily find that offensive unless they come up.
You don't, but what if they do?
That's what I'm saying. If they come up and say, hey, I'm offended by that, and you continue to do that, well, then that's just becoming offensive to them.
Right? Here's the catch.
So it's the, hey, warning, I'm feeling offended by that. Then we're moving into the potential.
But so.
Wow. I've never heard of this shit in the U.S.
So what if I'm offended by what they say? Like they come up telling me this and that, the other swearing. Will they get cited?
Are you offended by it?
I'm offended by all of this. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. I'm offended by seeing half-naked men run around with children. I am deeply offended by that.
Right. Unfortunately, there's not much on our side to do anything.
You can be naked in public and say you're offended, but it doesn't go the other way. It's wild. This is wild. Especially, you're right that this is happening in Texas.
I gotta show you something else from Texas.
This is wild.
Seriously. All right.
You guys ready? This is also from Texas.
You can cut out that other shit.
Wow, that's fucking. The banjo is good, huh?
Yeah, really good.
Put it up, Lado. Is this gonna get us demonetized?
I don't care. Let's hear this. Is this a new rap video?
Oh. That's all I just had to hear.
No, let me hear a little more. Let me hear a little more. Let me hear a little more.
Used to ride swangers and put diamonds in our neck.
Don't fuck with Texas. You hear that, officer? Don't fuck with Texas, dude. That's crazy that that's in the United States of America. What the fuck? What the fuck do you do about that?
I don't know. I don't know what the fuck's going on anymore.
Marco, this guy sucks. And Pat goes, fire jam. Can you visualize Pat listening to that song in his fucking Prius?
Pat does have a Prius, huh? Does he?
As he shakes his fucking fat belly around and the fucking G's fucking, jiggling around, warming up for a fucking deadlift while he looks like a shitting dog. His spine's all in flexion, and he's getting ready for the fucking Big X, the plug.
I present to you, ladies and gentlemen, Exhibit a Democrat. This is Graham Plattner's strategist. I want you to give me I'm going to play 10 seconds and I want you to give me your first impression. Graham Plattner strategist, defend him prior to sexual assault allegations. Here we go.
If what the voters wanted were people who were grown in vats and had never done or said anything that they might regret their entire lives, we'd have a very different country.
That's a man. That thing is that's a man.
A woman that is now a man?
We need a political revolution.
Graham Plattner was a political unknown less than a year ago. He's a military combat veteran and an oyster farmer who's vaulted to the front of Maine's Senate race, riding on a populist message. And he's done it entirely outside the party's establishment, handpicked by a group of independent activists who are promoting a new type of candidate.
I mean, we want
that grabs her by the pussy. A candidate that actually grabs her by the pussy.
This voice is crazy.
Run for student council, right? We want people who have not been spending their entire lives planning their ascent to political power.
But a string of controversies.
That guy eats so much ass.
They want people that haven't spent their entire lives planning their ascent to political power, chosen by people who have planned their entire lives on who to pick and how to put them into political power. What's the fucking difference there, bro?
Do you know why he talks like that? It's the same reason when you hear women talk with a really high-pitched voice. Someone diddled them when they were young and they got suspended in like a time fucking warp of they got what's that called when you smoke too much weed and your development gets
stunted, your growth stunted?
Yeah, it's like what happens to people who smoke too much weed. It stunts your mental development. So what happened to that guy is something happened to him when he was little and his shit got stunted. And as he grew older, he didn't want to leave that voice. You don't believe that? You don't believe that, Pat? That's 100% what happened to him.
The weed thing?
No, someone got to him when he's little. Hey, ask any girl. There's a girl in the cross. Ask any girl who has a high pitched weird fucking voice who talks with one of those weird voices. Hey, did you get diddled? 100% of the time. I fucking have tested it out.
Every girl, you know that, Pat. Pat's probably already done that.
Arrested Development. Yeah.
That's a creep, dude. Hey, just go ask them all.
Something happens to people's voices when they get fucking trapped in a
that's a sick fucking picture.
That's half of autistic men. They all talk like that. No shit.
Half of what did you say?
She's
Half of autistic
Seamus
men?
talk like that.
Have triggered questions over whether Plattner was thoroughly vetted before entering the race.
You hadn't vetted Graham Plattner. You hadn't done a full scrub of who he is. How did you go about vetting him?
We paid a nice firm a whole chunk of money and got some stuff back. Some of what you've seen on the news we got back. Other stuff we didn't.
Did the vetting process turn up the tattoo that became so controversial?
No.
That's a lie. That's a lie. That was a hey people, let me tell you, this is social awareness and human behavior 101. Go back a little bit. Can you rewind just a little bit?
Yeah, we got back. Other stuff we didn't.
Did the vetting process turn up the tattoo that became so controversial?
No.
Wow. So you saw that. Did you guys catch that?
You see signs of
he
lying?
thought for about 0.8 seconds, do I lie or do I lie less? And he chose
Tattoo
lie.
that became so controversial?
No.
That might be
The Reddit
longer
post?
than 0.8. Wow, what a fucking liar, dude. And you guys, if you're like, oh, prove how he lied, you're fucking an idiot. You're an idiot. You're not going to
So
go
this,
anywhere.
they basically admit here that this guy didn't want to run for office, and a group approached him. I had always heard this about AOC also, that they're just like, hey, we think we can get you elected to office. So they find someone and they start circling them and they prop them up to be a pawn.
Did that turn up in the vetting process?
Another lie.
The firm sent us a thing and it had some of the posts, but it didn't have all of them.
And what did you think about that? How did you think your way through the fact that he had posted these things on social media?
What things
I
are they
said
talking
none
about?
of this will.
He was, I forget the specifics, Pat will tell us, but he was posting all sorts of crazy shit on Reddit. And he was on like some underage girls like dating site, and he all sorts of weird shit.
What was he posting? I want to know. I gotta.
What did
What? Yeah, I'm doing
Wagner say on Reddit? He retired.
Downplaying sexual assault in the military, stating in 2013 post that victims should just take some responsibility for themselves, stating that rural white Americans actually are racist and stupid. Why don't black people tip? That's a valid question.
I know that one's valid. He claimed he was a communist on Reddit. He identified as a communist.
No.
He argued that sexual assault victims should take some responsibility for themselves. There might be some truth to that too. Black people don't tip. He wrote that an armed working class is a requirement for economic justice. I don't have a problem with that either. But he basically said he's a
also
communist.
described himself as a vegetable growing psychedelics taking socialist. And quote, an armed working class is a requirement for economic justice.
The new Democrats are all communists. Yeah, even the old Democrats. All the old Democrats I know are communists too.
He said, I got older and became a communist.
No, this is stupid, Pat. This is why you're a socialist commie. There should be 20% automatic charge to bills at cheap restaurants like Applebee's. Shut up. What are you talking about?
Yeah, if you take a job as a fucking server, you know what you're in for.
Yeah, hustle.
And the reason
Earn that tip.
And the right. Earn the fucking tip, dude. Because the tip is predicated on great service, not being a fucking cunt.
Yeah.
My wife and I, we went to fucking Flower Child, this awesome restaurant uptown. Amazing food. And the bitch who served us, we didn't even dine in. We dined out. And the lady who was putting our fucking food in the bag was one of the biggest cunts I've ever interacted with.
What if you get shitty service? Yeah, Pat doesn't care about that. Pat doesn't care about.
They deserve it.
Pat
They
wants
deserve it,
to.
John.
Pat wants to appeal to the lowest common denominator. Just tip the one with the biggest titties. Yeah, I agree.
Dude.
I agree.
Stop him from becoming a U.S. senator.
And what was your thinking there?
Hey, if you don't think people get tipped more, for having big tits, you're out of your fucking mind. What were you gonna say?
His voice.
Oh,
The fact that he had posted these things on social media.
I said none of this will or should stop him from becoming a U.S. senator.
He's becoming a U.S. senator. They
That's
shouldn't
crazy.
stop him.
Dude, I
What
know
was
we're
your thing-
voting this guy based on his voice, and we could do the same thing to RFK, and his voice is fucked up too. But this is crazy.
This isn't from a vaccine injury like RFK. This is a diddling injury when he was
A
young.
vaccine injury.
He got arrested development.
Thinking there.
I think if what the voters wanted were people who were grown in vats and had never done or said,
His justification for electing a guy who hit on young girls, who beats women, who tries to justify rape, who calls himself a communist is, well, people want someone different. That's a crazy justification.
anything that they might regret their entire lives, we'd have a very different country.
Why doesn't he just say, hey, those are the kind of people we want in office?
Because you can control them.
Oh. Wow. I hadn't even thought of that.
We're going to tell them you said you were a communist. We're going to tell them about your Nazi tattoo. Oh, I wonder why someone with a Nazi tattoo would also be a self-proclaimed communist. Interesting. You ever ask yourself that, Carl Feldber?
The Costco sample lady with the giant tits has the longest lines. She gives out vitamins. Yeah. There was this barista in Berkeley. I used to go to this coffee shop. The coffee was twice as expensive there, but I would go there because you could see this chick's tits from the back. So she'd be making you espressos, but you'd see her tits from the back, and I always thought that was cool. I liked looking at that. I was like, wow, that's crazy. It's crazy. Hey, and one time her she got off work and I was sitting on the patio and I was just about to leave. And she got out to her bike and her tire was flat. And I had my truck there. And I'm like, oh, I'll give you a ride. I gave her a ride home.
Or fucked. If those are the people who are running for office, do you think I could get elected with the Green Monster video out there?
Yes.
I think I could too, dude. I'm gonna fucking run, dude. I'm gonna run for Mant Hill Commissioner.
I made great tips when I worked in my early 20s at a fine dining restaurant. Worked my ass off. Tits probably helped. Yeah. Listen, if you smile at a man, every time you smile at him, you're getting 1% more. I'm having trouble picturing that. You're having trouble picturing that?
What? Tits from the back? Yeah. I've never seen that.
You haven't?
Except for like on my grandma, dude. And I wasn't like, yeah, I'd like to watch more of that. Tits from the back is like when you're fucking 7 and your 90-year-old grandma's fucking milk bags are hanging off to the fucking side when she's sitting in her fucking rocking chair, bro. That's not like a rousing sight picture. No, it's definitely yes. Hey, like and subscribe if you've ever seen old lady tits from the back. Every single one of you should be liking and subscribing right now. And then fucking like and subscribe even more if you liked it.
By the way, just so you know, I don't mean this. I'm not talking about this.
What the fuck?
I'm not talking about that. Just so you know. I just Googled breasts from the back and I'm not getting any of the images I want.
Breasts from the back. Breasts from the back. Jeez Louise.
And this girl who worked at this coffee shop, she wouldn't wear a bra and she would always be wearing these crazy long sundresses.
You mean this babushka, this Russian grandmother whose tits were so big?
No.
Yeah,
she was like 22. When I drove her home, I dropped her off at a dorm.
No, dude, she was a babushka. Her fucking boobs were so old and saggy that they couldn't be contained in whatever her fucking corset she was wearing.
Thank you, Cole. I knew our Venn diagrams fucking collided somewhere. When they're so big, they push out to the side. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a granny thing. It's a grandmother thing.
Yeah. No, it's not just side boob. They're just so big that you can. No, it's not. It's not. You're ruining this image. I don't understand why Google isn't giving me these images. Is it that rare? You've never seen that boobs that you can see from the back? Like you're just walking somewhere and you see boobs from the back and you're like, oh shit, I got to see this from the front now.
Yeah.
You've never had that experience?
Nah.
You're driving down the street and there's some chick walking down the street and you see boobs from the back. So when you pass, you look in your side mirror, your rear view mirror, you're like, holy shit.
No.
Wow. Yeah, not saggy. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Cole. Thank you. No, it's a plumpness. Yes. That's an understatement.
My dental hygienist as a kid, her boobs were so big while she was cleaning my teeth, it would hit my face.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Hey, oh my God.
Oh, Ortega. Okay, of course, Ortega asks, is that like ass you see from the front? No, that's a fupa. That's a fat upper pussy area.
Hey, Rambler, hey dude, that's like you won the lotto as a little kid. I can remember still to this day when I was a kid, there was a hairdresser I went to a couple times, and when she would cut my hair, her boobs would rest on me, and I was just in heaven. I was probably like 11. I was like, wow. Wow.
Tank never gave me the solution that I was looking for.
I asked him very clearly and deliberately, what do we do?
I want to show you. I saw this morning on Instagram. This is so impressive. Speaking of boobs, did you see Alex Gazan's backwards roll to support?
Yeah.
Wow. She is fucking strong. That bench press is and that tricep strength and that bench press is coming into play nicely. This is crazy. And she's only going to get better at those, man. Hey, each one she does is better than the previous one. Look at, she's wanting to hang out in the transition shorter and shorter. Dude, that's 4 in a row. Those are crazy. Man. I wonder what the rep scheme is for this workout, because if it hinges on this, she won already. There's going to be no other girls who can do that.
That's not true.
You who?
Plenty. Well, just wait.
I don't think so, bro. You think Tia's got one of those yet? You think she's tried one of those?
She probably had one long before this video or release.
Man, not true. Plenty. God, you're so crazy, dude. Hey, even with this notification of it happening, we're gonna see girls who can't do it.
Yeah, I agree. I disagree. I don't think we'll see anyone who doesn't get one.
Has
You want to make a bet on that?
Yeah. Has Victor Hoffer posted a video of him doing them?
He posted a video of him doing a push press and calling it a strict press, but otherwise I haven't seen any videos of him doing that.
No, hers are better than Victor's. Oh no, Victor's actually, his second one was good. Look at Victor go.
VVV, everybody look at me. I can do this. He's butterflying them.
He's going forward and backward. Oh, that is not how I do a forward roll. That was crazy. He does a forward roll and then kips back up. Yeah, he better work on that lockout or he's going to get dinged. Oh my God, that's another one that's not locked out. Yeah. Hey, there's one.
He doesn't do anything to standard.
Hey, that's crazy. Imagine doing one of those at the games and then not locking out and getting a no rep.
Yeah, that would suck.
Oh, we're going to see that too. That's crazy right there. That forward roll where he's in the full hang position and then kips back up is nuts.
Mason, it's a shame you joined so late. We spent the first 1 hour and 26 minutes talking about, Kamala Harris and whatever contrived reasons you could have had for voting for her. And now we just got into the games talk, but you should go back and listen. It's pretty crazy.
Hey, does Mason really not have Instagram?
Yeah, he really doesn't. He's like Ty Jenkins or one of those guys.
Ty Jenkins doesn't have Instagram?
No, he has one. I think Mason deleted. Yeah, I don't know. Holy shit. 6 days away. You travel this week. You travel Friday.
Who, me?
Yeah.
That's
Right?
this Friday?
Yeah.
It is this Friday?
Yeah.
God, I have so much shit on my kitchen table. I have so many cameras and camera equipment and hard drives, and it's fucking crazy. I'm getting pretty excited. David Weed, Instagram is for children. Okay. And promiscuous women.
What are you doing today?
I'm going to take Avi surfing right now.
Nice.
My dad's in town. I'm going to hang out with him. Last night I put on the fights, and that cleared out my dad, and my stepmom and my mom all left the house. I had my nephews and their friends over. Did you watch the fights last night?
No. Hey, did you ever get an update on that lice situation?
What lice situation?
There wasn't one.
My lice situation?
Like, remember when Bryce and I were there? You guys weren't sure if we were going to get it?
Oh, well, we never got it again. Did you get it?
No.
I guess we got rid of it.
That lady was tripping for nothing, dude.
What lady?
Who was telling you guys that you guys had lice?
Oh, we had lice. That's why I shaved my head.
No, but remember that whole issue was like they had gotten it again?
Oh, yes. I don't know what happened with that. That's a good question. I don't know what happened with that. What Taylor's referencing is we had lice, and then someone spent the night at our house, some kid, but we told the kid ahead of time and his parents, hey, our kids had lice last week. And he came on a Friday. He spent the night on a Saturday, and on Monday, the mom called, hey, our son has lice. Which actually, you know, the funny part is that freaked my wife out. My wife thought, oh, maybe he had lice already and brought it back into our house because we never got it again.
Right.
But it caused us to have to wash all of our shit and fucking quarantine the fucking bedrooms for 3 more days. It's not even I don't even trip on lice even a little bit.
I would trip a lot.
Yeah, I don't trip on lice at all. Like, whatever. Like, would you rather have lice or fucking gonorrhea?
Gonorrhea.
Would you? No. Would you rather have lice?
Dude, what?
No.
What is gonorrhea?
I don't know. Something happens to your dick. Would you rather have?
Fucking just burns when you pee a little bit, right?
Would you? You don't want an STD.
Dude, but can you answer that? What actually? Hey, Pat, what's gonorrhea? What was it like?
Gonorrhea or syphilis. I think syphilis can cause
No, no. You said gonorrhea. You didn't say syphilis, dude.
Gonorrhea is a highly common bacterially sexually transmitted disease, causing it's spread through vaginal and anal or oral sex with an infected partner through oral too.
That's it.
It's fully curable with antibiotics. It frequently causes no symptoms, but left untreated, it can lead to severe complications like infertility. I'll take lice.
Frequently causes no symptoms, and all you do is it burns when you pee a little bit.
I'll take
versus
lice.
a million fucking bugs crawling through your butt hair and your hair.
Not your
Dude.
butt hair. Not your butt hair.
Bro.
Would you rather have the flu or lice? I'd rather have lice over anything. Would you rather have food poisoning? Would you rather have food poisoning or lice?
Can gonorrhea
I'll take lice.
cause infertility in men? Oh shit.
No, you would not rather have the flu. That just shows low IQ shit. That's just low IQ shit. You do not. Lice are nothing. You guys are retarded. They're
I'd rather
nothing.
have lice than all that. They disgust me more, but I would rather have lice. I don't want to be down and out for 2 weeks with the flu.
Yeah, it's. I'd rather have lice than the flu. That's the biggest lie ever. You're crazy. Hey, I don't want anything that's fucking hurting my body. The lice aren't hurting your body. They just suck a little blood off your head. You put some fucking lotion in your hair and they're gone.
Yeah.
Food poisoning is worse than the flu. Yeah, food poisoning is horrible.
Yeah, I'd
Would you rather have a broken arm or lice? Would you rather have a hemorrhoid or lice? I mean, lice is always the winner.
Really? Oh yeah, I did have to have a hemorrhoid removed once. It was thrombosed. I would definitely much rather have lice.
Yeah. Lice
Look up thrombosed hemorrhoid.
Lice always wins.
Thrombosed.
Don't hit
hemorrhoid.
images.
Why? Images. Can I pull this up?
Sure.
Can I pull the image up?
Sure, why not? This is a medical show. This is for medical purposes only.
Guys, we're pulling the image up, so put your AirPods in.
Wow. Would you rather cry semen or ejaculate lice? Wow.
That's a thrombosed hemorrhoid.
Oh my God.
That's crazy, right? So just imagine that was my butthole, and I had
I had to remove that.
Why, dude, what are you talking about?
Hey, in
It's
college,
medical
I'll never
show.
forget the first hemorrhoid I had in college. I would fucking panicked. I was cleaning my butt and I fucking felt back there and felt like there was a grape coming out of my asshole. And I remember just rushing to the doctor. I'm like, what the fuck? He's like, it's nothing.
Have I told the story before of how I had to get one of those removed? There goes brunch. Ken, shut up. That was your butthole. That was your hemorrhoid, Ken. Dude, I had to get it cut off.
Why didn't you just put some preparation H on it? That shit works.
Dude, you can't put Prep H on a thrombosed. A thrombosed hemorrhoid is not just your standard hemorrhoid. That's when the blood inside of it clots and hardens and becomes so fucking painful. It's like a rock. It's like a fucking hard sedimentary rock on your asshole. And so I went in. I'm like, hey, guys, I have a qualifier to do a workout this week. So
I don't think that should affect your fitness. It's a little discomfort, but
right. It didn't. But my question was like, what's the best thing to do here? And they're like, well, there's two options. Well, there's three options. We could cut it off. We could slice it and try to drain it, which probably is not the best option because it's thrombosed. Or well, you can leave it and it'll probably go away in like 2 weeks. And I was like, well, it hurts like fuck. And they're like, you shouldn't do a workout at all. And I was like, well, that's not an option. And they shot it up with lidocaine or whatever the fuck kind of numbing shit they put on it. And I just heard.
you should have put a rubber band around it.
No, apparently that hurts like crazy.
That would kill.
It was the size of a golf ball. It was the size, a ping pong ball. It was literally the size of a ping pong ball. It hurt so fucking bad.
A ping pong ball?
It was that fucking big, dude. It was crazy. And I did that.
Were you back squatting a lot? Were you back squatting a lot
Yeah.
at the time?
What happened was I took a huge shit and then went immediately and got on the rower and did rowing intervals. And I think that's what caused it. And dude, I lived probably a week of my life with fucking so much gauze stuffed in between my butt cheeks.
And then the next time I got hemorrhoids was when I was just trying to back squat a lot when I found CrossFit in my 30s. I quit that shit right away.
I don't ever get hemorrhoids from squatting. It's always from pooping and then getting on the rower.
Hemorrhoids are the worst. Imagine having to go to the ER to having your butthole looked at. Speaking not of experience, worst pain ever. Ping pong bunghole.
They did announce backward rolls, Mason, and backward and forward rolls.
I think he announced it on the podcast with
Alexis Raptis and the other two.
All right.
You gotta have crazy mental fortitude to get through a thrombosed hemorrhoid.
I was supposed to have Surya Meha on today.
Meha. Yeah, what happened? She canceled?
She was flying. She said, I have to get 2 workouts in and then fly. Adam Knifer on Tuesday. Jason Klepa Thursday. Jason Klepa just finished the police academy.
He's going to be a cop?
I don't think he's going to be a cop per se. I think somehow he wants to be affiliated with the police so that he can help them with their training. I think Klepa is a black belt now in jiu-jitsu. That's pretty badass. And he went to a fucking hard jiu-jitsu academy in San Jose.
Are there easy ones?
There's easier ones.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Does that piss you off?
No, because the thing with jiu-jitsu is everyone knows who the pussies are. Like, those are the guys who are black belts, but they still won't roll with even blue belts. You know what I mean? Like, they only roll with white belts. You should say, fudge, I got to mow the lawn. You should change that, right? To I get to mow the lawn.
Yeah, I mowed my lawn earlier this week.
I get to mow the lawn.
It was nice watching Kill Taylor back and hearing Sousa compliment my yard.
Oh, the yard was so nice. All right. We'll see you this evening. Taylor and I will be back this evening to update you on Iran and hemorrhoids.
Will we?
I don't know. Why not?
All right.
All right. Talk to you guys later. Thank you. Bye-bye.